Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Madcapper, and this is another video on Raid Shadow Legends. I've given up on the green screen until I can fix it because it was getting really distracting, so we're just putting up a black backdrop for now, and we'll get back to trying to do it when I can get the proper ties to keep things taut, whatever, blah blah blah. Anyway, today I wanted to do a do not sleep on this champion, and it's of a champion that I think most of you probably don't think you're even sleeping on, and that is Ethos. You're probably thinking to yourself, I don't know, Capper, we're not sleeping on Ethos. He is an arena god. We understand it. If you have him, you probably use him in the arena. A few of you are naysayers, but for the most part, I think everyone understands the level of ability that this champion has in the arena and what he can do for your team. Even now, though a little less popular than he used to be because of all the resist comps and the defensive comps and all that, he still is one of the hardest hitting champions in the arena for an AoE target. The thing is that that's not what I'm here to tell you about or talk to you about. Sure, we know he's good in the arena, but when built properly, he's actually good in every single place of the game. And I'm going to show you that today, right here in this video. So let's take a look. I don't know why I did that. Like, I'm going to segue into, I'm just doing a one-shot take. I don't, like, hey, here we go. Well, there, I changed the music. So what I want to talk about first is let's take a look at him in the arena, because that's where everyone knows him, and we'll see what kind of damage. You can see I've already been doing some damage here, taking some wins, taking some. Let's see what my defense has been doing. Look who I have in my defense, by the way, and he's getting beat all the time. Well, he's got one win. He's got one win. That's some pretty crazy teams he's going up against. But I just kind of put this team in there just to see if they would, if it would force people out. I usually do this actually, because he's got absolutely ridiculous resist. So, you know, the number alone might scare some people away, so I don't have to keep battling them. But, so I'm going to show you, this is a good team to, I think we can show it. This is a pretty good team. You've got a speed boost, you've got a Valkyrie who puts up that shield, it's a pain in the butt to deal with, high resist, and you've got Rotos. So let's see what happens when we go up against a team like this and what sort of thing you can expect to get out of your Ethos. So we do that. Obviously his resist is the highest. Now, you know, we know what Rotos can do. You've probably seen recent videos on him. He's able to kill at will. But that leaves the problem of Ethos, or Rotos. Oh god, I hit the wrong button. Okay, oh, I got an extra turn. That nearly just ruined the whole thing. I was just ready to stop and start again here. So this is his A2. Now everyone knows his A1. His A1 attacks all enemies. His attack is always critical. It hits really hard, damage based on attack. But what I want to use is his A2. Now this attacks all enemies 3 times, places a 15% weaken debuff for 2 turns. I don't care about the debuff. The point is that Ethos has an ability, or sorry, Rotos has an ability that if you hit him with a single attack, he cannot take more than 50 damage from that attack on a 1-turn cooldown. So what if I do this? What I do is I kill him immediately. Why do I kill him? Because that's a 3-hit. It's a 3-hit. He had defense down, so he is absolutely vulnerable to it. And now it's just a matter of playing whack-a-mole with a high resist, defensive-based champion who, sure, he can take the shots. You know, that only hit for 12k, but it's absolutely murders Rotos. This, like, that's a strong champion that has just been erased. Let's find another one here. Sure. This might be a problem because of the speed. That's a lot of damage there. Hopefully we can go first. We go first. I mean, which has always been the case, right? It's always been a case of go first. The double speed cut didn't do it. So let's... don't weak hit! I get a weak hit every time. I just want you to know that. I get a weak hit every time. Look at that clap back. Oh, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. Oh, God. Oh god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna kill them all. That's what I'm gonna do. Ethos, do not sleep on this champion. That looked bad. I knew it wasn't bad unless Ethos went down, because everyone talks about his A3, but when properly built, his A2 is worth even more. Go watch MurderInc, go watch Fartingcows. They've both done content on Ethos and what he can do when you change him from a crit damage only to a crit rate champion. His A1 and his A2 become absolutely unstoppable, and I would argue probably those hit harder than his A3 does when properly built. For that, we have to go into dungeons. I have ran him in here. I mean, it's probably pretty obvious that on a level 15 Labyrinth, obviously, but let's talk about him in the Dragon's Lair. you know, what? Wait a minute. Why would you use Ethos in a dungeon? You don't use Ethos in a dungeon. How could you use Ethos in a dungeon? Well, I'll tell you how. Because when you add crit rate to his abilities, he now has 2 top tier abilities that kill him. That's a hit from each of them, and now they're gone. They're absolutely erased. And on top of it, I got Biggin, does Wing, boom, 3/4 of their life is gone. They haven't had a turn yet against this team. I have not had a team do that. I can put 2 Royal Guards in here. The problem with putting 2 Royal Guards and not having someone to revive is that one of my Royal Guards might die from the dragon, because the dragon will ultimately get 1 shot. You can't manipulate turn meter. But with Ethos here, he's stronger, he's able to take those hits. Like, look how close my Royal Guard is to dying. But Ethos, he's still got over 50% health. He's hitting stronger on his A1. He hits strong with his A2. He hits strong with his A3. And here we go. This is going to be a sub 1 minute, a 51 second, just 5 seconds off my best time. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not convinced. This is one of the hardest dungeons to spec for. It is. So the problem with the Fire Knight is that it's very difficult to find champions that can do the damage on the waves that you need to progress very quickly through this dungeon. Most people have really good magic affinity champions that can hit really hard, but what do you do when you're in this scenario where you need to get through force affinity champions? It's a lot more difficult. I can't use my Cold Heart, I can't use my Royal Guards. I can't use my Biggin. All my best nuking champions are rendered basically helpless because of it being force affinity. Well, that's where Ethos absolutely comes in, because he can hit all these very hard. It doesn't matter. He's void affinity. He doesn't suffer from any weak affinity weak affinity matchups. So now when he comes in, we're going to get to the Fire Knight in under a minute, and unless Allure absolutely has the worst 30% chance to weak hit on her A1 to keep this shield open, we're absolutely I hate that. I hate watching stuff like that. It's just bad programming. Anyway, I was gonna get on a tangent. Don't want to get on a tangent. So here we are. Now we've got it open. He's gonna hit. You're gonna decrease max HP. Once you get the defense down and weaken on him, you're gonna see some amazing hits from him. I'm pretty sure. So boom, there you go. 12, 24. That's without defense down yet. Now we've got defense down. Now you're cooking with fire, as I say. Let's see where he is with his abilities. So one thing we haven't seen. So now he's got defense down and weaken on the Fire Knight. His A3 we know hits. It's always critical, but whatever. It's supposed to be the big hitter. That hit for 67, 196. That's pretty good. So let's get this around. Now we're going to use his A2. Slow it down so we can all see it. Boom. 25, 50, 75, about 75,000. His A2 actually hits harder than his A1, and that's against the conventional wisdom we've always thought about Ethos, is that his A3 is the hardest hitting ability in the arena, but it's not. When you give this guy crit rate, it is his A2 that is the hardest hitting ability in the game, because it hits 3 times, crits every time if you build them correctly, and there we go. Obviously it's a slower run because I stopped to show you that. I've been running him all day. I've only had once, and where two of my team died, and it was over 2 minutes. Every other time after that, it's been about 151, 150, 149, 147, 153. It is a sub 2 minute Fire Knight run, and that is all we can ask for through. But that's not all. We're not done here. This isn't done. What about Ice Golem? Everyone hates Ice Golem. Oh my god, how do I do Ice Golem? Well, this is how you do Ice Golem. I mean, granted, I do use Rotos, but that's not my fault. He's feasible. I don't call shenanigans. I'm not saying this is a legendary champion. I'm not saying this is a mid-game progression build. What this is this is a champion that everyone uses arena, and everyone forgets that when built properly, or differently, I hate to say properly, because there's certainly a viability to make him a one-shot, a wonder, a Babe Ruth, as I like to used to call him. But if you want to use him in other areas, you can. You can absolutely build him to be used in any and every area in the game, and he can do it. He can do it very easily. Oh god, if they get the chance to go, he's probably gonna kill himself. Oh, he didn't go for it. He didn't have his AoE down. Yeah, there he kills himself. But whatever. Every good champion kills himself on a terror beast. It's a rite of passage. Oh, did I lose? I lost my. Bring back my champion. Who did I lose there? Who was it that... nice block revive on the first one. I always like seeing that. Oh yeah, Draco. Of course. Like that again, 75, 80,000 damage. It's and once he hits those big numbers, you know, he's not about the boss. The boss is typically he can hit them hard, but he's about those trash waves and getting and clearing them quickly, no matter which one. We've seen him in Fire Knight, we've seen him in Dragon, and he's putting up huge times because he hits hard and he clears waves fast. If you build him correctly, I'm going to keep saying that. If you build him correctly. The key is you have to build him correctly. Oh, look at this. He's got no health, but he's like, screw it. I got you. Oh, they're both done. This could be a good run. Boom. Oh, God, that's going to kill us all. Nope. I mean, it didn't. I wasn't worried. I was never worried. Oh, that 209,000. God, I love Rotos. This is actually a longer run also because he died. He didn't die in many of the other runs I did, but that's still 214. My best time, that best time was posted with Rotos and Ethos, with this team. Now he died and he still did 1 million damage. Again, you need progression. You need to clear trash waves. You're trying to bring down your speed times. I just used him in Ice Golem. I just used him in Dragon's Lair. I just used him in Fire Knight's Castle. Why can't we use him here? Why can't we put him here? Look, if I have a four damage dealers with max enemy HP, that's great. It's gonna be a 20-second run. But what if I don't? What if I don't have those champions? Well, can Ethos spot in? Can he spot fill? Like a biggin? Like I used biggin on the video, which you'll see, either did see or will see tomorrow. Boom. I believe I still have a Royal Guard. Boom. Oh God, what happened? Did anyone else just notice that? Oh, that was my guy. Okay, so there. I mean, still 25 seconds. He didn't do a lot, but he cleared spiders, right? That's what you want Ethos to do. He's clearing spiders. He still did 1.4 million in damage. Yeah, he's not your Royal Guards. He's not your Cold Heart. He's not doing that max enemy HP. But what he's doing is he's crowd controlling the trash. In this case, the spiderlings. So I've used him now in every single dungeon. I've used him in all 4 of these dungeons. Granted, the spider's dead. He's not doing the yeoman's work. He's just kind of clearing spiders. But in every other dungeon, he is what's getting them to progress through the dungeons faster. If you don't have a team that's got that kind of power and that he's your only power, you just bring in a reser and or a healer to make sure he stays alive. He's gonna get you there. Does not matter if you don't have the Royal Guards or the Cold Hearts of the world. You just need to bring some sustainability. He can do the damage to get you through progression. The final place I want to show you, because hey, you know what? Ooh, that's great. Why is you saying he's better everywhere? I'm telling you, he's better everywhere. The key here is a lot of people have a bellower built for this, and I'm here to say stop using bellower on useless. This is Ethos. You're already gonna build him. I'm not changing his build. Look, no hands. All I'm doing is allowing him to absolutely pop off on these guys. He can do it even quicker if he gets a second turn, but 12 seconds. If he got an extra turn on that A1, it would be like 10 seconds. Oh darn, a 12 second. What am I ever gonna do with that extra time I've burnt? Don't waste this guy in just your arena. If you are having troubles in any other dungeon, if you want to look at improving your times in any other dungeon, use Ethos. Again, I want to say, MurderInc, Fartingcows, they have end game level builds on him. If you want to use him in Platinum Tier Arena, take a look at their builds. I believe Fartingcows was using an Immortal gear that gave him like 320 crit damage, 100% crit rate. MurderInc had something similar, although not in Immortal gear, I don't think. But both of them showed you that that's exactly how you build him, and that's exactly how he's built here. I have him currently in accuracy banner, but he's got 36k health. He's got 4,300 attack. He's got 1,600 defense. It's not about defense. His speed is 174. It is a little bit lower than I would like. I actually don't use this build in Arena all the time. I use a slightly different one, which I'll switch over. But there you've got 255 crit damage. He's got a lot. He's got a huge ceiling to go. I can min-max him even further here, get him to that back to that 300, and then every ability's hitting hard. And obviously I want to get him a little bit higher in crit rate, but that 85% for Arena means that 85% of the time he's going to hit really hard. I'm okay with that. His accuracy, if you don't care about him landing that weekend, then okay, that's fine. It's actually, like I said, I don't usually build him this way. I usually build him with my attack, equip. So this is usually how I have him built, which is a little bit faster because it's got the speed on it. It's got an attack roll as well as 398 attack. So this puts him at a lot higher attack, which is good. That's why I want him with that burst damage in the arena. So this is at 4900 attack, but 131 accuracy. Everything else essentially the same, a little bit faster speed. I hope this has convinced you that Ethos is not just an arena champion. He is a top tier legendary void champion to be used in all aspects of the game. Think of the damage and power you can do. He is like every attack champion. There are times when he may need to be babysat. If you don't have multiple attack champions like I do, you may need a babysitter, right? That's why you see I bring an Arbiter and the Fire Knight just in case, because he is an attack champion. He's got lower defense. But build this guy out, min-max him. If you have him, try him out everywhere. Use crit rate on him, and you will see it'll pay dividends. You will do damage, and you will get through that progression quicker than you think, and you will make better times. That is my case. Please don't sleep on this champion. I am Matt Capper. That's all I have for you today. So please, like I say, be kind and stay safe out there. Please follow the government laws and directions telling you to isolate yourself, practice social distancing when you have to go out. Please do not go out in pairs. Go shopping alone. The less people out, the easier it is for us to control the situation, control things. I work in a drugstore it's a very big drugstore, so we have a lot of other stuff, and social distancing is number one on my mind every day I go into work. And anytime I see a couple shopping, it means there's two people that other people have to work around. It is just please do that for us all, so that we can get past the hump, we can get over the curve with the coronavirus, and we can start moving towards seeing lesser numbers every day. That's where we need to be. Thank you, stay safe, and have a great evening.